When you hear French officials make the case that this full-length swimsuit is inconsistent with French values, what does that say to you?
I think it's a smokescreen for something deeper, because if we want French Muslim women to be full participants in society, what's wrong with encouraging them to go to the beach, no matter how they're dressed? This is not a full face veil, it's just extra clothing. It's the equivalent of a wetsuit. And so to turn something that's just about clothing into something that's a political issue turns it into an identity issue, and it alienates the very people that the French government says that they are trying to reach out to. You can't liberate people by telling them how, telling them how they need to be liberated. Feminism is about equality, about choices, and these French Muslim women deserve the choice of how they choose to dress. I love the protest that took place in London today with the beach party, and I myself, I have one of these full-length bathing suits, and I have never worn it before because I always sort of felt self-conscious, a little dorky about wearing it in public. But even for me, seeing something like this happen, it makes me feel like, okay, I should go to the beach this weekend. I should wear my, I should wear it proudly, because this is just, it shouldn't be an obstacle. It's giving people opportunities.
But can you see how, for some people, the burkini, as it's commonly referred, and I know you don't like the term, but can you see how to some it's actually a symbol of oppression by men, and that's the way it's construed in France?
Certainly, I think that it's understandable why people have those perceptions, but nothing could be further from the truth. I mean, let's think about whether hijab or the scarf has been an impediment for the Muslim women medalists in Rio. It wasn't an impediment. For Muslim women heads of state who've worn headscarves, it hasn't been an impediment. For the Nobel Peace Prize winner Malala, it was never an impediment. It's just an aspect of their personality. French women deserve that same treatment. Ultimately, this is about whether France is going to be an open society and allow the option of people becoming French. This is something that makes me really have a lot of pride as an American, is that my parents, when they came here, they knew that they could become American, and that was an option. When they left the former Yugoslavia and first moved to Austria, they realized they could never become Austrian at that time because it was notions of immigration and national identity were different. That's where I think that what we have is our precious freedoms here, and that's something to really remember. And it's being upheld by our neighbors up north. Canadian Prime Minister Trudeau just today announced that women in hijab can become part of the police force. That's what a Western democracy is capable of, to say, come, be included, success is available for you too.
But isn't this symptomatic of effectively this clash of civilizations, this moment that Europe is going through of battling with identity politics and battling with nativist politics?
It sure is, and it also presents the opportunity for the French government, every other government, instead of talking about Muslim women, talk to them, bring them to the table, ask them what they want, so that you can create the kinds of opportunities that do include them and embrace them and empower them within society. Those are the kinds of messages that Muslim women around the world are looking for.
Edina Lekovic, thank you so much for coming in to speak to us.
My pleasure. Thank you, Aisha.